We're going to get into the next video.
You spent 5 years in prison for failing to pay child support for the defendant, Ms. Sears' son, Dylan.
That's right.
Mr. Manser, you are not
Oh, God.
his father.
5 years in prison.
You know who his father is.
Yes, I talk to him still.
She should be convicted of some crime.
No, I should not. I did
That
not.
is
Mr.
fraud.
Manser.
Denied.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, that's wrong on all levels.
What so in all reality, I truly believe 40% women in America are like this. You might not agree to this, but that's my opinion. But here's a woman that knew the man was not the father. Okay? But she still, for some reason, maybe she's mad at him. I mean, what do you call that? I mean, that's crazy. But whatever it is, the dude did 5 years in prison, gets out of prison, goes to court, finds out the child's not his, and the woman says, I did nothing wrong. As a woman, do you support women like this?
I do not support.
What now? I'm not gonna say what I want to say because I'm on a platform, and what I truly believe should happen to this woman, it cannot be discussed on any platform because it's horrible. But what do you think would be the right punishment for some woman who sits there, lied to a man to say he's the father, and he doesn't pay child support because the lack of the economy, or he just can't get a job, or he can't make the resources, because not all men can make money, and he goes to prison. Turns out it's not his child. The woman lied. How do you prosecute a woman? What do you think would be fair?
Well, first off, my first question is why didn't they do like a DNA test, a paternity
really?
test before he even went to prison to do prison time? That would make more sense to do the
Because
test.
the government doesn't care.
But still, like he should have said, I want a DNA test.
So do you agree that every child that's born in America, it should be a DNA test before the father's name is put on the birth certificate? Doesn't matter if you marry or not. A DNA test must be presented. It should be a law.
Yeah, you know what? I can agree with that. That way people are not running into issues and situations like this.
Do you know why they don't do it?
Why?
Denied.
Stupid.
Very simple. 70% of women will be in a position where they're going to know these women are hoes. I truly believe 40% of women don't know who the man or who's the father of their child. And if they do know, it's 2 or 3 guys they sleeping with. But they go for the breadwinner. They go for the guy who got the money, the car, the house, the success, the career. They don't go for the guy making $35K. They go for the guy who's making 80 or more. And they don't even go for the 80K guy. They go for the guy who's making 6 figures, 7 figure.
Yeah.
And these women trick these men into signing the birth certificate where they give up their fortunes just because they believed in this woman. It's evil.
It is.
It's beyond evil. $4.99, guys, for a lie detector test. All women, before you get involved into a future relationship. I truly believe if this is the woman you want to be with in life and health and death, you must put her on a lie detector. And some women will argue and fight this. I know the people in the comments going to look at me like I'm crazy, but no, society has changed. The world has changed. If women want to believe that they got the future husband, the man can do it too. But I would tell women that if you got a unicorn, he's not going to be faithful. It's not going to happen. You can't date Drake and think he's going to be faithful. You can't date high value type tier men and think they're going to be faithful. But they will be faithful to the family. They will take care of the kids. They will give you the mansion. They give you the house. Can you play your part? But when a guy sits in a court like this and a woman's dragging him in court and prison, 5 years is a long time. 5 years?
A long time.
5 years. Can you say that?
Yeah.
Say 5 years.
That's a long.
Can you do 5 years?
No.
Can you do 6 months?
No.
Do you think you can last 5 years in prison?
No.
It's evil. She's Satan. And for her to sit there and say, I did nothing wrong, and she's talking to the father who's the DNA father. Why this man sitting in prison, knowing that this man is in prison, she should get 5-10 years. Truthfully, she should lose her citizenship. She should be kicked out of the country. Women who act this way is the reason why a lot of young men are growing up messed up in America. These are the men shooting up schools. These are the men changing their sex. These are the men abusing women. These are the men raping women. These are the men attacking women. Do they not understand that a mother and a father is so important? But if it doesn't work, cool. You can separate and still have an agreement. But as long as two parties are in the child's life, that's all that matters, right? But when you sit there and you blame someone and lie and put them in a situation and it turns out they're not the father, how fair is that?
That's not fair at all. And then the real dad knows, like she's over here talking to him and stuff. Like,
it's evil.
Crazy.
So you don't disagree? So I'm going to say this again because I really want to know, Sky, what's your opinion? Do you think it should be mandatory for a DNA test before the child or the man signs the birth certificate? I can't even talk. Do you think it should be mandatory before the man signs the birth certificate?
I agree. Yeah, I agree because I don't want my son or my nephews having to go through this. I totally agree with that.
I just think it's dangerous and reckless that women out here, and I'm going to say 40% again, I think 40% of women are out here sleeping around and they don't care. Birth control has changed the world. It makes women not accountable. And guess what? If they take away birth control, women will be accountable. Guess what? We'll know who the 304s are and who are the good women. You can't go on church Sunday and think, oh, okay, my holiness is stopped. I'm going to start back on Tuesday.
Exactly. Don't do
It's
that.
dangerous out here.
It is.
Because, listen, this is for the mothers with children, mothers with sons. You do not want your son ending up with a woman like this.
Do not.
And you have a kid.
I do.
A beautiful son.
Thank you. He's so handsome.
You know what I'm saying? So if we was really having this conversation, really having this conversation, and your son was 25 years old and he was in love with the woman of his life, and this woman is sleeping around, and she comes to him because she feels like it's an opportunity, but you already know it's not an opportunity, would you save your son? How would you have this conversation with your son?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
He's in love with this woman, but she's bad for this man. She's bad for him.
Well, of course, they're going to do what they want to do, right? At the end of the day. But all I can do is just encourage him and just let him know, hey, just watch out for this one. Make sure you're using protection.
I think mothers, when you go crazy, like a man when he cheats, and I don't know why women do this is how you should go crazy. You should be running around, going around saying stupid stuff like, you should be saying like,
why are you gay? Who says I'm gay? You are gay.
I don't
Why
think
are you gay?
I don't think people understand. Like, they don't understand that a woman like this definitely belongs to the street. She's not for a relationship. She's not for religion.
Mm-hmm.
She's not for anything. And I don't want to diss women because it's not a diss to women. It's a diss to women who act reckless like this woman. You cannot date a guy and then put a guy in a situation where you send him to prison. 5 years, man. I just can't believe it. 5 fucking years. 5 years. Let's put that in your head. 5 years.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching the Cash Money Dreams podcast. Like and subscribe. Follow us on every platform. Stay tuned. Every week we drop in a new episode. It's your boy Cash, man.